everybody, welcome back to our channel. It's me Manju. Today in this video I'm going to talk about how you can do the registration in NMBI, that is the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Ireland. Before going detail into the topic, first of all you should understand what does this NMBI means, or why should you register yourself in the NMBI. So this NMBI is the regulatory body for nurses and midwives in Ireland. So if you're going to work in a hospital, any of the hospital in Ireland, maybe a public hospital, a private or a nursing home or whatever it may be, if you are going to work as a nurse in Ireland, then this NMBI will give the permission or the approval for an overseas candidate, or the nurses who are trained and qualified outside Ireland should get the prior permission or should get the prior approval from NMBI so that they can work as a registered nurse in Ireland. Only for this reason, all the nurses and midwives who practice in Ireland must register in NMBI, that is the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Ireland. So how does it work actually? So it's exactly the nursing council in our country. If suppose you have completed your degree, after the completion of your degree in India or any other country, the first thing you have to do is that you have to get registered in your nursing council before start working in a reputed hospital. Only after the registration only you can work as a qualified or a registered nurse. So that is the same thing which happens here as well. But the thing is that now you're going to work in a foreign country or an English speaking country. There you have to prove the nursing council that your qualification is capable enough, or you are capable enough to work as a fully fledged nurse. So this is the exact thing they are looking for actually. NMBI has changed the registration process entirely different from last year. This time they have changed everything to the online portal actually. So in some way you can say that online registration is easier, but the other way it's little bit different, and for few of the candidates it seems to be a little bit tougher than the older version. Now we shall see what is the NMBI registration process. So the NMBI registration process is categorized into two sections. So the first one is the recognition process, and the second one is the registration process. What does recognition means? So the word says that something is going to be recognized or something they are going to verify. That is known as the recognition. You might have completed your degree, nursing degree, or your GNM, or maybe a post-BSc nurse. So in this session, what the NMBI is going to do is that when you upload your qualification documents, that is your degree certificate and all, NMBI will compare your nursing degree with the syllabus of nursing degree in Irish education system, that is the Irish nursing syllabus, because we are qualified outside Ireland. So the regulatory body should confirm that the particular individual is having the same requirement or the same syllabus like that of the Irish nursing. So that is the thing which is happening in the recognition process. If you really want to understand what does this recognition process means, first of all you should understand what is the nursing system in Ireland. Here in Ireland, the nursing degree is same like us for 4 years. They are doing the nursing degree, but there is entirely different style of nursing they are doing. In our country, if you are doing your nursing degree, you will be doing the degree for 4 years. And in India, as a nursing student, you will be getting training and practice in all the major nursing subjects. That is the medical, surgical, pediatrics, midwifery, community, then statistics, biochemistry, microbiology, and so on. But in Ireland, for the 4 years, they will be learning only the general nursing. General nursing in sense, they'll be learning the fundamentals and the medical and surgical related topics. So each and every year the syllabus is categorized, and every year they'll be having the theoretical portion as well as the practical portion, and they'll be going for the ward for the practical session. They'll be posted in all the wards like what we do in our country, but they learn the general nursing. But in our country, we learn everything, pediatrics, midwifery, and so on. So that is the major difference between the nursing in our country and the Irish nursing system. But you don't need to worry about the recognition process, because for sure NMBI will accept our recognition because we are learning so many things. So for sure NMBI is going to accept your qualification recognition. So this is the recognition process. If you see the NMBI website, they'll clearly mention everything in detail. So in recognition process, you can see something called division of register. What does this division means? Normally, if you are a nurse who trained outside Ireland and you're looking forward to work as a registered nurse in Ireland, then you have to get yourself registered in NMBI in the general division. Don't mistake this general nurse as the GNM nurses. They are mentioning it as general nurses because the general assessment is actually done. If you are going to visit the NMBI website, you can see something called division of register. What does this division of register actually means? In NMBI website, there is 12 different divisions you can register yourself. So basically, if you are a nurse who is qualified outside Ireland and you're looking forward to work in Ireland, then you have to get yourself registered in the General Nursing Division, that is RGN, Registered General Nurse. So that is the designation you're going to get in Ireland. The other divisions are RM, that is the registered midwife, RCN, that is the children's nurse, RPN, that is the psychiatric nurse, and so many other divisions as well. But as a nurse, you can first yourself as a general nurse. Here I have to mention something. You might have completed your nursing degree and you might be working in a midwifery unit. And if you want to work as a midwife in Ireland and you want to register in the midwifery division, you will not be able to do that because only the general nursing degree that we do in India is recognized here. So the only thing you can do is that first get yourself registered in the general nursing division. Now you can see how you can do the recognition process. Now just log into the NMBI website. You can see a heading called Qualified Outside Ireland. Just click that session. Then that will lead to a portal. There you can create your account. That is, you have to create a username and password for the NMBI website. You have to keep this password and the username very safe because you're going to use this password and the username throughout your registration process. So for the recognition process, now you have created an account. Now what you have to do is that just log in to your account. Then NMBI will give you a certain sort of questions. They will be asking you some sort of questions. You have to answer all the questions, but make sure just give genuine and the real answers. And after the verification of all your answer, if they are happy enough, they will lead you to another session. There you can see what are all the documents you are supposed to produce for the recognition process. Just download everything and then upload what are all the documents which are needed for the recognition process. When you are doing the recognition process, there will be a step that you have to choose what type of applicant you are. That is G1, G2 and G3. Don't bother about G1 and G2. That is not applicable for us. That is meant for the candidates who are trained in Ireland or in European nation. G3 is the one we have to choose actually. So for G3 is the session for those who are trained or qualified outside Ireland or the European nation. So you have to choose G3 type of applicant. Now collect all the documents that is needed for the recognition process. Just upload it to the NMBI website, and you have to pay an amount of €350. So now NMBI is going to compare your education with the Irish education system. So that nearly takes a period of 3 months actually. Now once NMBI is happy enough, they might have undergone so many processes, so many verification process and all. If they are happy enough, they will give you a message or an email that your qualification is recognized. Now comes the second process, that is the registration process. In this registration process also, you have to do the same thing. Just log into the NMBI website by using your account, use your username and password. Then again NMBI will ask you a few questions. They will show you the list of documents that you have to submit. In this step only, NMBI will ask you the result for your language proficiency, that is your Ielts or OET. I think you all know that to become a registered nurse in Ireland, you have to either do your Ielts or OET. For your knowledge, I'll just tell what is the scoring for Ielts and OET. If you are an Ielts candidate, you have to show your proficiency, like you have to get 7 band in any 3 modules and 6.5 in any one of the module, like reading, listening, writing and speaking. In the same way, if you are an OET candidate, you have to get B in any 3 modules and C plus in any one of the module. So this is the language proficiency scoring system that you can use for registration in Ireland. After uploading all the documents to the NMBI, the NMBI will take again, actually NMBI website says that it will take about 20 days, but it entirely depends upon you, the way you respond or how quicker you are uploading your documents. Let me just tell you one thing. In the recognition process, they'll give you 6 months of time from the start of your application process. If suppose any of your documents is missing, or if any of your document they want a clarification or something like that, they'll give you 6 months. You have to produce the needed document within the period of 6 months. If suppose you fail to do so, the account will close automatically. Then you have to start everything from the scratch, that is from the beginning. The same way in the registration process also, be quick in uploading the documents, that is the needed document, so that NMBI will do the registration process much quickly. So altogether, as a time frame for this registration process nearly takes 4 months, but make sure you download and upload your documents very carefully. Now let's see what are the major documents you have to collect before doing the NMBI registration process. As an identity document, the first thing is that your passport and birth certificate is a must actually. I know that few of the candidates, they are not having their birth certificate. I think those who are born in 80 or before 80 and all, some of the candidates, they don't have their birth certificate. But for NMBI registration, birth certificate is a must. If in case you don't have your birth certificate, you can get birth certificate from India. There are various processes actually. You have to get the NOC and so many other processes. I don't want to explain that in this video. So as an identity document, you have to give your passport, and birth certificate is a must. And one more thing I have to mention here is that if any of your document, most probably the birth certificate, okay, if your document is in your language, that is maybe Tamil, Malayalam or Hindi or Telugu or whatever it may be, that should be translated into English. How can you do the translation now? There are certified translators in India. There are so many translators in India. You have to approach them. You have to give money to the translator and send your original birth certificate or whatever the document you have in your language, and they will translate it into English, and they are the certified translators. They will translate everything in their letterhead, you know, and in that letterhead, their name, their email ID, their contact phone number, everything should be there. And when you are uploading your translated copy to NMBI, the original certificate should also be uploaded with the translated copy. So NMBI can verify both the things. If they have any doubt, they'll contact the translator and they'll deal with the translators. Now the other document is the qualification details. For the qualification details, you should give your degree certificate that you get from your college or your university. And next one is the transcript. I know that few of the candidates, they don't have the proper transcript. In most of the colleges, sometimes they will give you a rough transcript, that is a handwritten transcript. That is not actually acceptable. So the transcript should be a printed one, and it should be signed, and that should have a seal of the college or the university in the transcript. And next one is the syllabus actually. So when you are doing your recognition process, you have to get the syllabus from your college or university. What does that syllabus means? If suppose you have completed your nursing from 2000 to 2004, then you have to get the syllabus from your college for that concerned year. Most probably all the college will issue this if you go and ask them. And next thing is the CCPS, that is Certificate of Current Professional Status. So many candidates are getting confused with this CCPS and the Good Standing Certificate. Even I get so many inquiries related to that. There is difference between the Good Standing Certificate and the CCPS. Actually, Good Standing Certificate is the certificate you get from the Nursing Council. They'll be stating that this and this candidate has been registered here and so on. That is a typed one. If you see the NMBI website, you can see a section called CCPS. There you can find a downloadable form for the CCPS. Just download that form, give it to the concerned Nursing Council. Every Nursing Council knows that how to fill those forms. They'll be asking you for money, you have to pay that money. Then they will be filling the concerned date you have been registered and you are still active in the register and all. Something has to be fill in the blank. And then you get the certificate from the Nursing Council, then you can upload it to the NMBI. So don't get confused with Good Standing and CCPS. Good Standing is a different one, CCPS is a different one. The next one is your experience certificate. There will be a separate form, the experience certificate as well. You have to download that form, give it to the concerned authority where you have been working, and they'll fill everything, and then you have to upload it. But one thing I have to mention here is that sometimes in some of the hospitals or the institutions, the doctor of the hospital or sometimes the HR of the hospital might be signing your experience form. That is not actually acceptable. Somebody related to the nursing, maybe your nurse manager, your nursing aide-on, or your nursing superintendent has to sign this form. If somebody else other than the nursing department is going to sign your experience form, NMBI is going to reject that form. Now, after uploading all the documents, NMBI will take some time to verify everything. If NMBI feels that all the documents are genuine and they are happy enough, they will give you the decision. Please, one more important thing I have to mention here is that please give all the documents and all the information genuine. When you are uploading your documents in the NMBI website, please keep an eye what is the quality they are asking for or what is the format they are asking for. So whatever the format they have asked for, please convert your file to that format and then you upload it. Otherwise, it will be difficult for the NMBI and they will be asking you for furthermore clarification. For the registration process, you have to pay another €145 to the NMBI Council. So this is what actually happens in the NMBI registration process. Now NMBI is happy enough to give you the decision letter. So most probably NMBI will say that your qualification has been recognized. Then you have to do the compensation measures. What is this compensation measures means? Compensation measures is nothing. You have to either do the adaptation or the aptitude test before start working as a registered nurse in Ireland. Now, once after getting your decision letter, you can look for an employer. If employer is happy enough, then you will get a placement somewhere in Ireland, maybe a nursing home, a private or a public sector. Then you can come to Ireland. Then after the adaptation and aptitude test, you can start work as a registered nurse and then apply for the family visa or the dependent visa, bring your family, settle in Ireland. So this is the exact process which happens in the NMBI registration. I hope you like this information and please share this information with your friends. Thanks for watching. Meet you with another interesting episode. Until then, it's me, Manju, signing off. Bye-bye.